Take a sweet and gentle bow towards yourself. For a moment, feeling your heartbeat underneath your fingers. The movement of your breath underneath your hands, your armpits. Maybe you can feel the movement of your breath moving your skin, gently rubbing around against the fabric of your clothing. And as a physical stillness sets in, it's possible for you to pick up on sounds, on fragrances, flavors, textures that you have not noticed before, or this morning maybe. Acknowledge that which you notice, your ability to notice. Maybe linger a little bit with this awareness, the ability to be aware, to be hearing, touch, sight, sound, fragrance. Open your eyes. Sorry. Open your eyes. Release your hands. Widen your feet a little bit so you have a firmer seat, or I call it a stance very often, but in this case it's a seat. And then we'll just start by rubbing the palms together, running your hands over your skin. We're sensitizing the skin, and it's almost like knowing where your very physical boundaries are, running your hands over your legs, your feet if you can, the backs of your knees, over the hips, the lower back. So just a nice easy rub down of how far your hands can reach. Maybe noticing the change of sensation on your skin, the way you touch. If you change the quality of your touch for different parts of your body. Make sure to catch the back of your neck. Run your hands over your head. And then your face. Maybe tapping your face if you don't want to stroke your face. And then catch your ears. Make sure to massage into the ear. Really enlivening the ears. If you're wearing earrings, just work around your earrings. Even if you don't want to, or ear aids. Yeah, if you're wearing ear aids, you can even just move the skin on the side of the ears. So even if you don't catch the actual ear, maybe just the skin around the ear. And then shake your hands out. Place your hands on your thighs, a nice tall spine, well planted feet. Nod your head as if you're bowing your head, so chin to chest. Keep your spine long. If you started rounding your spine, try and keep your spine nice and tall. So for now, just moving the head, lifting it up and looking towards the sky. Again, Noticing the movement of the head. Let it be smooth and fluid, but try to keep the chest relatively still. So in relation to the head, keep the chest still. Keep your neck nice and long. Movement of the head, just nodding the head. Notice if these movements affect the way you hold your jaw. Maybe if you lift your head, it's as if you're sniffing the air. Just take a breath in as if you're sniffing the air. Or as you lift your head, maybe that feeling of turning your head to the sun, your gaze upward towards the sky, the clouds. Sense of wakefulness. And then the next time you're looking forward, keep your head there, again long through your spine, spacious underneath your armpits. Look over your right shoulder and over the left. Keep your eyes open. It's as if you're sweeping your gaze over the horizon. It's a soft gaze, but it's bright. Far over the horizon. Into the distance. And the next time you sweep your gaze over the horizon, try to notice a couple of things that come into your vision. So a little bit further away, I would suggest, so I can see the dishwashing liquid, the fridge, a bowl of apples, hooks for the keys, the fireplace, the sofa, the salt lamp, a picture of clouds and rain, the door, the curtain, the plant, a cupboard, the candle holder, a plant, the door, a curtain, a window, plants, crystals, and coming back. Bring your gaze back, just notice what you see. A red tassel, book, speakers, books, clouds. Bring your gaze back to center. This time as you bring your gaze back to center, notice color and shape. Less object, more color and shape. And then back forward. Take a breath. Rotate your shoulders forward. Nice easy rotation, backwards and forward and backwards again. Again, focusing on the shoulder joint. And then the wrist, so you can move your wrist freely. So just moving into the hands, circling the wrist. You'll notice a lot of the arm moves with elbows, maybe even shoulders. And then catch your forearm, make a fist with your hand and move only the hand. So by keeping the forearm a little bit still, it's the same with the neck and the torso, just isolate your wrist. And then we'll change. Fascinated by the intricacy of these wrists, the movements, the folds on your skin. Good, relax your hands, shake them out. undulate the spine, so get your whole spine moving. Draw your waistline back. Puff up between your shoulder blades. Rock to the back of your sitting bones, really filling up into the back body. And maybe you can feel a slight contraction in the front because you are engaging through the front of your body, opening into the back. And then change that. So imagine you're engaging throughout the back body as you stretch or open the front. You can even imagine maybe squeezing a ball between the back of your skull and your neck. Can be a big ball. A bit of engagement through the back body and change again. So contraction and expansion and change, contraction, expanding to the front, and you'll notice the movement in your sides. Keep your pelvic floor relaxed, so nice, and it's like a soft bowl of malleable silver honey. Forward and back. Good. And we'll move the knees. So again, if you have injury anywhere or limited movement, you can go back to any of the previous movements. Catch your thigh and circle the lower leg. Again, trying to isolate the movement in the knee joint. Just circling the leg inward, outward, maybe forward and back. And then change. So catch your thigh if you can. Don't need to lift your foot very high. Circle the leg, trying to fix your upper leg a little bit so it doesn't move too much in the rest of the leg. For me, this side is relatively difficult compared to the right. So my left side, forward and back. And then the ankle, so go back to your right leg. You can cross your legs over if that is easy for you. Otherwise, again, maybe hold your shin or extend your leg. It doesn't really matter. But notice if you can isolate again in the ankle joint. So trying to just move the foot and keeping the leg as still as possible. Circular motions, point and flex, change. You don't have to do a lot. Use this opportunity to wake up to that area of your body. Not judge it, just what is happening, what is available. Pointing and flexing. Good. Bounce your legs a little bit, maybe shake your shoulders and your arms. Shake your face so that your cheeks wobble. Okay. Take a moment to listen. Paying attention to how we move, what we move, helps us to wake up our sense of deep listening. Bringing your hands together or close to each other. They don't have to touch in front of your chest, as if you're holding an imaginary ball. And imagine this ball is luminous. It's like a ball of light. And you're beginning to move this ball, or you can imagine moving your hands around this ball, or you can imagine moving the ball. So there's two ways of accessing it, either moving the actual ball by moving your hands, or you can slide your hands around the ball. Okay, and even play with maybe the difference of holding the ball and moving it a little bit further away, or just moving your hands, sliding the hands over the ball. But move far away from you without dropping this ball, as far away as you can, and then bring it back to center. And your movements can slow down. So moving this light ball or ball of light across space, close to you, further away. Notice if you undulating your spine, so how much spinal movement you are using to move this ball, or if you are moving in the hips, so keeping your spine erect, extended, and it's as if you're just swaying in your hips. Again, notice, not so much evaluating or analyzing, just feeling, moving. Notice how you move, and once you're aware of different types of movement, maybe playing with that. Stay relaxed through your jaw and your shoulders, spacious underneath the armpits. Coming back to center, release this ball of energy. Place your hands maybe facing up or down. Take a breath. Observing those sweet sensations. Your hands are sensitized, your skin. We're awakening the opportunity for deep listening as well as spontaneity. Turn your palms facing down and let them float up on the wind. Float forward as if you're pushing into maybe a door. And then drawing your hands back towards your heart. It's a soft invitation towards yourself and then out to the side. Soft dance. There's a power to the softness. And then invite your arms back in, your hands back in, and float them down. Just let them float on the air. And we start again. Float your hands up as if they're riding on the wind, forward. It's a gentle push, it's a deliberate action. Draw your hands back as if there's a rebound. Out to the side. Draw them back in. When you're ready, if your arms are long, you might take a little longer. Also depending on how straight you can make them. And down. Maybe you can begin to imagine, we'll do it again, your hands floating on this ball of light that you've generated, pushing it forward. You're manipulating this ball of light, drawing it back in, stretching it out, pushing it out, gathering it, bringing it back in, and a slow push down. One more. Lift that ball of light. Move it forward. Draw it back. Out to the side. Back in. and down towards the earth. Relax your hands, take a breath. Notice how you feel, what has been moved, what is moving. Acknowledge that you are the mover. A nourishing movement, so a movement that nourishes that ability or that energy that grounds us. So sometimes strong movements can be depleting, but sometimes they can wake us up. They can generate, it's like putting on the geyser, the switching on the electricity. So lift your hands up. Let your palms face up towards the sky as if you I don't know how to pronounce it. Candelabra? I don't know how to pronounce it. Candle holder. So, or a tray bearer. Palms facing up, elbows out, spine nice and tall. If you rock to the front of your sitting bones or to the back, and notice if you just what it takes to bring you to that position that feels the tallest. And then we're going to rotate to the left. Keep your arms where they are. I don't have space behind me, so if it looks awkward, it's because it is. And then we're going to move back to center, nice and slow. Again, imagine you are the energy ball and you are moving through space. Twisting towards the right and then back to center, to the left. We'll do this 3 times. So to the left, strong arms. It's a soft strength. Back to center, there's no strain. To the right. And then one more, all the way to the front. To the left. Relax your jaw, your eyes, your nostrils. Back to center. And then to the right. Good. We're going to change. So we're going to keep on moving as you come to center. Keep twisting to the left, but push your hands down. So one hand for me will be in between my knees and the other hand behind. So maybe for you, maybe you're crossing over, but just push your hands down, rotate your chest and come back to center. So that sweet lift, accessing that strength, that sense of lifting up. And as you rotate to the right, push your hands down, nice and slow, lifting back up. Rotating back to center. Gonna speed it up a little bit. Push down as you move to the left. Come back to center. Rotate. Push down. Keep going. Speed it up a little if you can. And push. So not too fast that you lose quality of movement, but not so fast that you spin off your chair. Just keep going. And then we'll stop. When you're ready, stop. Relax your arms. Give yourself a moment just to feel. That nourishing, grounding strength. Take your gaze over your right shoulder. Open your eyes if they're closed. A nice bright gaze. And then a slow sweep of the horizon all the way to the left. You're going to circle the head. So start by looking down towards the floor. So let your neck, your head follow your eyes. So you first look where you're going and then circle your head. So look a little bit ahead of where you're going. And then continue the circle, look up. So first look and then move your head. First look. First look. Turning the head, and we'll go the other direction. First look, so complete your movement. And then we'll change direction. So once you're looking down over the left shoulder, begin to look up. And let your head turn following your gaze. The eyes move first. It's as if you're plotting a trail. As if you're using your finger to trace the path on a map before you walk, before you go. So the head all the way towards the left shoulder. And then bring your head back to center. Give that a moment to settle in, to integrate, to reveal the magic. Making your hands into a fist, so this is a good movement to release excess energy or to replenish our life force. It's got an inherent strength to it. Making a fist, you can always widen your legs or bring them closer together if I don't say, if I don't specify. You can anyway, but just keep that in mind. Now arms are going to go straight up to the sky, making a fist. You can even fold your thumb in if you want a different sensation, or if you feel your hands are getting a bit cold. So just push up towards the sky, and we're going to start rotating towards the right. Keep your arms up. Again, up for you might be looking quite different than it does for me. Keep rotating all the way towards the ground, and then come up on the other side. So maintaining your fists, arms overhead. They don't have to be straight. You can do what you can with what you have. And then keep going towards the right. So keep these circular motions one direction. Steady through your legs. Notice how your breath is moving. One more. So one more to the right. And then when you are in what looks like a high mountain, you'll pause and we'll go to the left. Hands in fists if you can. The fist gives us that sense of determination. Maybe holding the thumb is a little different. Okay, to the left, we'll do 3. I haven't done these in a while. It feels quite powerful, quite awesome. It's very rich in sensation. One more, if you can. Next time your arms are overhead, hold them overhead and then release them. Let them flow down, slow motion. Oh. Take a breath. Again, use this opportunity to tap into whatever arises. Just breathe it in, feel it, acknowledge it. If you feel your legs are getting cold or your feet, don't be shy to move them. And then spread your arms nice and wide, palms facing up, as if you're gathering and integrating all these sensations, these energies, these feelings, thoughts, way of being. When your arms are overhead, begin to press down towards the earth. So you're going to stop to that a space just below your navel. It's as if you are situating the energy there. Take a breath. And then we circle again, very deliberate. Again, that feeling of soft strength, soft through the whole body. Gathering. You're welcome to close your eyes. And once you've gathered, the hands are pressing down, floating down to the level of just below your navel. Take a breath there. So there's a fluid strength from the navel to the pelvis, into the legs. And then one more, arms out to the side. Gather, gather, gather. Feel as if you're stretching your arms, reaching, and then slowly pushing, floating them down, palms facing down. Take a breath, give it a moment. And without losing the sensitivity in the hands, imagine you are again holding this ball of light. So just flip your hands so that you hold this ball of light in front of you. So maybe chest high. If you need a firmer support, widen your legs, shift on your seat, and we're going to move this ball of light horizontally. So a little bit more controlled than the movements we started with. Flip your ball and come back to the other side. And flip the ball and come back to the other side. Wave-like movement. Flipping, coming to the other side. I'm going to go make a figure 8. So we're diving down a little bit, circling up and then diving down. Flipping the hands, circling up, so figure 8, or a symbol of infinity. And you can exaggerate these movements. You can make it as bold, as big, as delicate, as small, as subtle as you feel, will nurture and nourish and replenish your strength. Or maybe you can change the movements, the swaying, the size. It doesn't have to stay exactly the same. Making this figure 8, flipping the hands, the weight are shifting between the feet. Bring your hands closer and closer to your body. Making these movements smaller and smaller. And then fold your hands into each other. So we're clasping the hands, and rest your hands on, so the left hand is underneath. Resting your hands on your right thigh. And this is a seal of sankalpa, of intention. This is a high, well, as opposed to low, right? This is a pure intention. This is an intention that drives us, that motivates us, that we base all our other intentions on. For a moment, settling into that space of inner awareness. Maybe acknowledging what is a bigger picture for you, what is a driving force for you, a resting place. And usually we start a class with the intention. We embolden our class or our movements, our meditations with meaning. Maybe we can end the class with the sankalpa so that we have that intention for the rest of the day, the evening. Don't know what time you'll be practicing. May whatever moves you be to the benefit of all mankind. Take your hands, bring them towards your heart. We'll open the hands and then blow this deep sankalpa out into the world. Placing your hands on your legs, we'll windshield wiper the legs. You can hold onto your chair. Just before you maybe get ready to stand up or wheel away. Windshield wiper to the side. Rest your knees together. Keep your feet far apart or as far as you can. Resting the knees in towards each other. You can manually rotate your inner thighs. Leaning forward a little bit. Again, this nice long spine. Imagine one line from the tip of your tailbone to the crown of your head. Then extend your legs out in front of you. You'll sit up, extend the legs, the heels on the floor, the feet flex. Keep your spine long and then just lean back a little bit. Again, imagine a line from the tip of your tailbone to the crown of your head. And then coming back to center, feet together, knees out. Maintaining this long spine, lean forward again. Come back to center and windshield wiper your legs. And we'll do that again, so bringing the knees together, feet out, sit nice and tall, and you're just hinging at your hips, leaning forward. Breathe through the back of your neck. Imagine that one line from your tailbone to the crown, the chest broad, the back of the chest broad. Lots of space underneath your armpits. Your breath is smooth. We'll come back to center. Kick your legs out. You're welcome to lift your legs if you want, and then just lean back. Gentle leaning back, trying to remain nice and tall. I'm shaking. If I put my hands on my belly, maybe you can see the shaking going on. And then feet together, knees out, leaning forward. Come back to center, place your feet in our mountain seat. Maybe you wiggle around a little, shake your hands, shake your legs. Again, shake your face so that your cheeks wobble. And you can bring your hands to your heart, so I'm going to bring my hands to my heart. Bow to you. Thank you for being here today. Whether you're taking the class live or at a later stage, may your practice be blessed.